everybody. Happy Friday Eve day. Give me 1 second. I'm going to check my tech and make sure that I'm going live in the places that I want to go live. Yep, there I am. I can see it. Okay, how is everybody? How has your week been? Let me tell you, full disclosure, it's been a week for me. This last weekend, it was kind of rough. And so this training today is something that I do to pull myself out of negativity when I start to feel negative, not positive. I'm a positive, happy, sunshiny person most of the time. We're going to get to that here in just a second. So happy Friday Eve day to everybody. As usual, down here on my laptop, I've got Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube, and up here on my iPhone, I've got Instagram. So if you see me looking in both places, that's what's going on. And anytime you have a question as we go through the training or a comment, pop it into the chat and I will answer all questions and see your comments once I get finished. Today, as I said, I'm going to share a simple exercise with you that I share, that I use myself, and I share it with my students and my clients. And it takes less than 1 minute. And it's going to help you begin to rewire your brain toward positivity. And I taught this live here in the group way back in 2021. But here's the thing. I use it a lot. And I feel like now in 2023, I needed to bring it back because we have hundreds of new faces and I have hundreds of new followers. And I want everybody to have a great start because it is kind of still the beginning of the new year. We've got a lot of time this year to set ourselves up for success. But first, if you're new to me and I'm new to you, I'm Tracy Beavers. I am your business and sales coach. And I have almost 20 years of experience in marketing, sales, and business growth. I have taught hundreds of entrepreneurs just like you to get visible and grow your audience so you can grow your email list and get that consistent monthly income you want, all without paid ads. You can gain the income you want and grow your email list with ease. And when you coach with me, you get a clear roadmap of action steps, all laid out, easy to follow, so you know every day what you're going to be working toward. And I help you with every single strategy. Every strategy I teach you is going to lead to building your email list because that is the foundation of our businesses. It is one of the most important things we can have in business. It's our biggest asset. So everything I teach you is going to get you visible, grow your audience, and your email list. I offer private one-to-one coaching. Some people ask me that, and I'm like, yeah, I do. I offer one-to-one private coaching, but I only have one spot left, and it doesn't start until March. So if you're interested in hiring a coach for this first quarter of 2023, reach out to me and set a free info call, and let's talk about it. We can talk about the investment of both time and money and see if we're a good fit for each other. Because sometimes you need somebody to walk alongside you to get you to those big, scary goals. Because it can feel like you're walking through mud when you're trying to do it by yourself. My 8-week group coaching program, Business Visibility Made Easy, it opened opened on February 6th with module 1. This week is implementation week. We have had 2 live Q&A calls already, and the energy on these calls is palpable. These students are so excited. They're so passionate. They want to dive in and learn everything, and they're asking the most amazing questions. The next few weeks together are going to be so much fun. And I cannot wait for the doors to open again so you can have your seat in the Business Visibility Made Easy program. If you want to get on the wait list, all you have to do is go to tracybeavers.com/BVME. That stands for Business Visibility Made Easy. You'll see all the information about the program so you can see whether or not this is anything you even want to consider. And you can get on the wait list for when the doors open in the mid to late April. So just probably another 6 to 8 weeks and the doors will be back open again. All right. If you're coming to me through Facebook, I want you to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. It'll take you 1 second. StreamYard, all one word, .com/Facebook. And you have to give permission for Facebook and StreamYard to talk to each other so that I can see your name when you put a comment in or a question. Otherwise, it just says Facebook user, and that's a total drag. So hop over there and do that. Okay, let's dive into the topic today so we can get you going on a positive mindset and an exercise that is going to help you anytime the negative crap talk starts to go through your mind. And let me tell you something funny. So I recorded, I'll get into the topic here in just a second, but this is really hilarious. So I recorded a short reel yesterday that I could use, or a video that my assistant Jill was going to turn into a reel, and then I could go ahead and do it as a YouTube short. And I said, "Are you talking crap to yourself?" And it bleeped me out. It bleeped out the word crap. And so when Jill listened to it, all she heard was, and she was like, what did you say? And I was like, all I said was crap. I didn't even say anything bad. Anyway, it was pretty funny. So apparently you can't say crap or you'll get bleeped. All right, the topic today, I'm starting with a question. I'm going to just rip the Band-Aid off and I'm going to ask you, what would you say is the percentage of time you talk negatively to yourself versus positively to yourself? Now, be honest. If you don't want to answer it in the chat, you don't have to, but I want you to answer it in your mind. Maybe write it on a piece of paper. Be honest. You can share that in the comments again. It's totally okay. No judgment, but I understand if you don't want to. Is it 70% positive, maybe 30% negative? Is it 50-50? Or is it way more negative than positive? Total judgment-free zone here because we're all entrepreneurs, we're all friends, and we've all been there. But has anybody ever asked you that before? Have you ever even thought about this in terms of a percentage? And now that you're thinking about it, are you a little shocked? Is your percentage of negativity way higher than you maybe realized? Most of the time, I am 80 to 90% positive, 10 to 20% negative most days. But like I said, last week, just everything was, my husband was like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I couldn't stop crying. And I was like, I don't really even know, but I feel like the weight of the world is on my shoulders. And so I had to walk through this exercise for myself. Do you say things to yourself and that you would never say to anyone else? Do you think things about yourself that your best friend would never allow you to think about yourself? I get it. It's not easy to be positive all the time. Like I say, I admit I don't always feel sunshiny and positive, and I can get quite down if I'm not careful. I deal with a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of depression. It runs in my family, and if I'm not careful, if I don't have the tools and things that I need, then I can spiral. I can. So, what's the big deal with talking crap to ourselves anyway? Why does it matter? What's the harm? Okay. The strength of your internal environment is going to determine your success with anything you want to improve or change, whether it's business, whether it's life. It's going to determine whether or not you end up living your best life or having a successful business. And your internal environment is your mindset. It's your thoughts. It's your self-talk. And I'm not telling you anything you probably haven't already heard or you don't already know. Our thoughts are things. That's not news. You've heard that for years. Our thoughts have energy, they have a vibration, they have a life of their own. Our thoughts create our feelings, our beliefs, and our actions. And your thoughts are like a muscle. If you work a muscle over and over again, it becomes stronger. Or if you practice something over and over again, you get better at it. You have the same thought, good or bad, over and over, it becomes stronger. Repeating the same thought, say that 5 times fast. Repeating the same thoughts hardwires your brain to believe them. Neuroscience has proven that your brain has to believe your thoughts because it doesn't have any other choice. What you repeatedly tell yourself and tell your brain is going to be your reality. Period. And it's going to become what you see out in the world. So if you're putting negativity out and you're thinking negative thoughts, that's all that's going to come back to you. That's all you're going to see. One of my life coaches years ago, she used to call it watering the weeds. You know, like in marriage, we can all gripe about our spouse or say, well, he didn't make the bed, or she left her shoes out, or she forgot to feed the dog, or whatever it is. Well, are we watering the weeds of the relationship? Or are we watering the flowers of the relationship? Kind of thinking about it that way. So let's talk about why it is so difficult to undo years of negative thoughts, limiting beliefs, and self-doubt, because it is. And here's the way I picture it. I want to give you this visual. Okay, so I want you to picture a river with rocks, and the water is flowing over the rocks. And over time, the rocks develop deep grooves where the water has gone, right? Grooves so deep that it would be really hard to redirect the water in another way. Okay, I want you to then now picture your brain. Your brain is the same. Here's your brain. Here's the thoughts. Each time you have ideas and thoughts, you are literally engraving them into your subconscious brain. And that is why it is so hard to move and get out of that habit, out of that groove, rewire that into something positive, because you've been doing that for years. You've been talking crap to yourself for years. So think about how ingrained it is into your brain. Those imprints, those grooves are literally in your brain. And so that's why it becomes habit. And that's why it becomes comfortable. And that's why it becomes normal. And that's why it feels safe, because your brain is designed to keep you safe. So that is where you default to those negative thoughts, those negative ideas, that negative self-talk, because that's what you've done for years. That's what your brain understands. That's your safe zone. So trying to undo all that and untangle all that, it takes time. It takes patience and it takes consistency. So we've got to rewire our thoughts. So when I'm working with my clients, I want to retrain their thoughts and their beliefs. And we work through an exercise, and you can do this in less than a minute. It's called recognize, reframe, repeat. Recognize, reframe, repeat. I want you to recognize the thoughts that are negative, that are doubting, that are not true. They are nothing more than your brain trying to keep you safe, and they are based on fear and emotion. Most of the time, they are not based on truth. Reframe it. Reframe that old thought into a new thought that's positive, that's based on truth and based on fact. Then repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. So let me give you an example. Here's a thought that I could have. I have no business coaching anyone about anything related to marketing or sales or email list growth. I can't coach my way out of a paper sack. Who the heck do I think I am to do these live trainings every week and try to teach people anything? How am I even going to be successful? Is any of that based on truth? It's not. So I need to recognize it, right? The first order of business is to realize what you're doing. And you go, oh, hold on. I see you, negative thought. You're not going to get me today. I recognize it. I see you for what you are. Then you're going to reframe it and into something that's based on truth. I'm going to reframe that into, I am a powerful and transformational coach. I have coached hundreds of entrepreneurs to their goals, to their success, to income growth. That's the truth. That's fact. And my clients thank me regularly for all of my creative solutions and support. Also fact. Now, repeat that. And I want you to repeat this 3 to 5 times. I'm a powerful, whatever your statement is, whatever your reframe is. Mine is, I'm a powerful and transformational coach. I've coached hundreds of entrepreneurs to their goals, their income goals. My clients thank me regularly for my creative solutions and my support. And I repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. The repetition is the key, because you're erasing the negative crap. And for me, it is soothing to my brain. I'm literally allowing that reframed thought to wash over, the positivity to wash over my brain and soothe me into a more positive mindset. So let's do another one. Let's say you're a coach for parents and you help them navigate raising their children. The negative thought, what am I thinking? I can't help these parents raise their kids. My own kids are a freaking mess. I still feel like I'm lost when it comes to raising them. Why am I creating this course? Nobody's going to sign up for my parenting course. I have just wasted so much money on this business and it's just going to be a fail. Okay, is any of that based on fact or truth? No. Call it out. Negative thought. Okay, hold on. I see you. Negative thought. Not today. Then reframe it into something that is based on truth. I make a difference every day in the lives of the parents that hire me. I help them have better communications with their children. I helped Sarah find the best ways to support her son. I helped Janet and her husband feel much more confident when it comes to navigating middle school with their triplets. I am qualified to do this work and I have a gift for it. Based on truth. That is based on truth. Then you repeat it 3 to 5 times to start out with. I make a difference every day in the lives of the parents that hire me. And you keep going. Do you see how this works? Rewiring our brains for positivity can feel like it's going to take forever. It really can. And it is going to take a while because you are literally undoing the years of what you've been doing. And anything new, any new habit, any new thought, any new activity is going to feel difficult in the beginning. And it can feel like it's never going to happen. But that water flowing over the rock is where I come back to. You've got to, what you're doing is you're redirecting the water. And the only way to get it to do that in your brain is to block off that old path. And literally over time, you're going to start carving new pathways in your brain. And the more you do this, the easier it's going to become with patience and consistency. One of my private clients has been doing this very tough work. And when we first started, you guys, her life, she has had abuse like you have never, like you just wouldn't imagine. She thought this was the dumbest exercise that she'd ever heard. But she told me, she promised that she would try it, even though she said, this is probably not going to work. You're out of your mind. I was like, well, all right, we'll just go and try it. 6 months later, it's worked. 3 months in, she was seeing improvement. 6 months in, she said to me, I cannot believe how far I've come. I cannot believe that I'm able to control my emotions, that I'm able to harness this negativity. I cannot believe the difference this has made in my life. She's a completely different person than when we first started working together. When we know better, we can do better. When we recognize the thoughts that are no longer serving us, we can reframe them. And this is how we build a strong internal environment. And remember, that strong internal environment is what is going to be your key to success in life, in building your business, in whatever it is you're wanting to accomplish. So recognize, reframe, repeat, repeat, repeat. I've got a free download for you. It's a worksheet that's going to help you walk through this exercise and give you room to write down your thoughts and reframe them like a pro. Go to tracybeavers.com/repeat to grab it and share it with your business besties, your accountability pod mates, your mastermind members in your mastermind, whatever. Share it with everybody you know. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Listen, you know, I say this all the time. Let's make it easy to build our businesses by making it easy for everyone to see who we are, what we do, how they can buy from us or hire us. And in order to get that visibility you seek and the new clients you want, you have to be visible. You got to put yourself out there. And you know, that's what I teach. And you can gain so much visibility in my free Facebook group. Jump in and join us. What's in it for you? You can promote your offers anytime. You can connect with other like-minded entrepreneurs that are just like you, that are going through the same journey you're going through. And there are experts on almost every subject you can imagine that you need to build your business. So jump in. It's called Be a Confident Entrepreneur, Get Visible and Grow Your Income. You can find it by clicking on my Facebook personal profile, or just go to, if you're on Instagram, go to my profile there. And I hope these tips have helped you. And as always, I want to know, what do you want to learn more about? What's on your mind? What are you struggling with? Did this training today, was it impactful for you? Is this an exercise you feel like truly will change your life? And it's always my goal to be of service to you. I come here live every Thursday at 11:30 Central. So if you're loving this content, mark your calendar and I will see you next week. And you know, I say this all the time too. Don't go it alone. Being an entrepreneur is freaking hard. Some days, everybody wants to buy what you're selling. And other days, nobody can remember your name. And if you think you're alone in feeling that way, you are not. And you've got me and you've got people in my Facebook group that are there to cheer you on. And when you're ready for strategies that are going to get you more visibility, help you break through the loud online space and grow your email list with ease, reach out and set a free info call. Let's talk about what coaching with me looks like. Let's talk about business visibility made easy so you'll know whether or not it's right for you and you can start saving your money for the investment for the program when the doors reopen in April. I want you to have a great balance of the week and weekend. And remember, when one of us rises, we all rise. So we have got to stick together and keep cheering each other on. I'm going to go over into the chat and just see. Jill's here. Awesome. Jill is amazing. She is my awesome assistant. Denise is here, actually off today. Oh, yes. Denise Dickinson made it. Great. She's off work today. That's a celebration. Got the links in there. 70%. Okay, Tina said 70% positive, 30% negative. I think that's a good, that's honest. That's good, Tina. Thank you for sharing that. Somebody said, Denise said 80-20 years ago and working on it. I'm more like 60-40 and working to be 20-80. Love this. Reframe your thoughts and do it consistently. Susan's here. Hey, Susan. She says, this is good stuff. My marriage connection group is running through us in mind. Change your thoughts, change your marriage. We had to make our negative self-talk persona last night. So timely. I think that's amazing. Is Us in Mind, Susan, is that a book? If so, if you want to share the link to that, that would be amazing. Denise said this was very impactful. I'm going to keep putting my statements on an index card. I love that idea. I love that idea. Okay, my friends, thanks so much for being with me. Let me know what you want to hear more about. I am here for you, and I appreciate you being here with me. All right, I will see you next week.